Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I know it's been a little bit since we made a video, but I'm gonna go ahead and just give you guys an update on the Model A, and I think I'll give you an update on the GMC that I picked up in the last video, because I got that thing, got it running, got the transmission figured out, pretty much got it mechanically sound, and then I went through and bodyworked the whole thing, fixed all the rust, got it all painted and everything. So might do a little skit here or something, and you know, I'll just throw it in the video or just throw it in a picture or something like that. So this here is what we've been up to for the past couple months, I would say, or last, I don't know how long it's been since I posted. I think it's been about a year. So this is what we've been up to. I did put quite a bit of work into this truck. Like I said in the last video, we just picked it up. It needed a transmission. I didn't even have it in there. There was one in the bed. That one was junk. So anyways, we went through. I basically rebuilt the transmission, and it was my first one, so it was pretty neat to learn, you know, kind of all the internals of them and everything like that. So I'm glad that I got to learn all that stuff on this one. So now I'm pretty confident in doing any transmission. I actually did a 4L80E after the Turbo 350 that was in this one, and that one's been working great. It's in my other newer pickup. So like I said, we did a transmission in this one. The engine was good. It basically, let's see if I can open this. So the engine was good. Just basically needed a carburetor rebuild. The header on this side, I believe these are like 2-wheel drive headers, so it was hitting the drive shaft. So I made all that. I actually had to cut the headers on top there, you could see on the bottom, and kind of just pull the whole header out away from the drive shaft. But I made it work. Just kind of just detailed the engine a little bit. I do drive it quite a bit, so it does get dirty quickly, but it still has, it didn't have the air conditioning. But I went to a junkyard and actually found all the factory hoses and everything, and I made this one work. And believe it or not, I found some R12 cans locally. Paid an arm and a leg, but got the air conditioning working and all that stuff. So, like I said, I had to go through, I don't know if you remember, but the truck had a lot of rust, kind of just all over the fender wells. I believe it was in the mountains out here, so it, you know, definitely seen some snow and things like that. But like I said, we went through, fixed all the rust on it, got you know, all the quarters. I still need the trim for this side, but got it all painted. It looks pretty nice. And then I did this tailgate too, kind of a custom tailgate. It's all painted, and then it's got pearl laid on it and everything like that. It's not perfect, but it is just a pickup, so they're gonna keep that in mind. And then it does have a it's like a 2-inch lift on it, or maybe it's like 4 in the front and 2 in the rear, just to kind of level it out and lift the whole thing. But I don't know if we added this in the last video too. I did this custom roll bar on there with the old school lights, kind of match the whole theme of the truck, kind of, you know, the whole era. The inside, we got a, you know, decent little dash pad. Still needs carpet, stuff like that. Still needs a seat too, but you know, it's pretty decent for what it is. Pretty much just left the original mirrors, and like I said, rebuilt the transmission. I've been driving it ever since, and then you know, paint, body, stuff like that. But that didn't take. I actually got this painted back in February, so that's how long it's been painted and kind of how long I've been driving it. There's a kind of a better look on it there. But anyways, let's go ahead and get back to the Model A. Alright, like I said, just wanted to give you guys an update on the Model A, since we have been working on it little by little here and there. So I did get I don't even know where we left off on this thing, but I did get the floor all built and put in and everything like that. And we also got the it's light in here. We got the whole rear end in here, basically, with some nice coilovers. It has a triangulated 4-link with an S10 rear end. And then I got the whole bottom of the car painted up. It's not perfect or anything like that, but it's it'll do, you know, for the time being. And so like I said, these are about the width of tires I'm going to run, 15 by 8. I got some new door latches put in. These are like the bear claw style door latches, basically. I got all the firewall built, the transmission tunnel, all the floors, everything like that. I even got the brake pedal kind of there. Also got the brake pedal, and then I have a clutch pedal here too, but it's on the other side of the floor. So at least we got the column, you know, column in there, steering column, all that stuff. A lot of the metal work too on the body I finished up, drip rails, the body lines, all that stuff. I think that's where we left off last time. But we got these doors to close up pretty nicely. I mean, nothing perfect. The door hinges do still need some work, but for the most part, we got the car, you know, structurally there. I still have to do the door latch on the other side and stuff like that. But I also got the engine, or a engine, I should say, mounted up in there. Just a small block. Got the single bolt motor mounts. I think you guys remember the old cross member that I had built. I didn't order any boxing plates. I just went down to the local yard and got some steel for it. So we got that frame pretty much all the way boxed up. There's maybe a couple more feet left in it, but nothing too major. And you guys could see there. So I basically retained the original part of the firewall, but we basically made all this stuff in there kind of for the, basically just for the engine and tranny to sit in there, and heads and all that stuff. And then I had to make room for the distributor, you know, to come out. So I was looking at the way some people build cars, and it looks like they just, looks like they can't even take the distributor out. So that's not gonna be me, because I'm always pulling those things. Also got a visor. Don't know if I put that in the last video. I think this is off of a 30 or 31. So it's a little bit different up here. And I don't really like the lip that the 28, 29s have. You know, the extra little lip that just kind of sits up here. So I went ahead and just kind of modified that one to fit. Like I said, I had to lengthen it a little bit. And it still needs some work, but it's good enough for now. That's pretty much the gist of it. Get you guys maybe a better look at the 4-link here. Yeah. So that's the 4-link. It's a double triangulated 4-link with rear coilovers, and then it's sitting on an S10 rear end. And the transmission, we are going to use basically like a Muncie 4-speed, or like a Saginaw, I guess you would call it. So like I said, we're gonna go ahead and use one of those transmissions. We have, let's see, I have a shifter for it. Just the old school Hurst style shifters. So kind of the next steps on it, I think, are of course, you know, we got to make a hole for the shifter in the floor, kind of around this area. I'd marked it out last night with some brackets I have, but it looks like it's going to be kind of like right underneath my legs, so I really don't think that's going to work out for us. So I'll probably end up having to make my own brackets or find some different ones or something that moves it more to the center of the car, so we're not worried about me being cramped in there, because the way I had to do the brake pedal, gas pedal, and all that stuff is already getting pretty cramped. And then you can see the steering wheel, you know, it's pretty close to the door already, and that's even with it kind of angled off to the side. So it's definitely a small car, and I'm around 6 foot tall, so it'll be pretty interesting for me to fit in here. I know when I do sit in here, my head almost touches the roof. I got at least a good couple inches. So I'm glad I didn't really chop it more than the 2.5 that I did, because I don't think I would fit in there very comfortably if I did chop it more. But we got some square tubing here, 1-inch square tubing, and I plan on basically kind of bracing up the whole inside of the car where all that original wood is. Basically everything, you know, kind of all around this belt line here. I kind of want to brace all that stuff up just because it's all sheet metal, You know, there's a couple of the factory Ford braces, but it just doesn't look like they're gonna be adequate for a V8 engine, I guess you could say. So like I said, that's kind of where we're at with it. We definitely got quite a bit of work done. Like I said, we got the whole frame mostly boxed up. I was trying out some headers, but I don't think those are gonna work. I think we're gonna need like a shorty style block hugger header, just so I could get the steering shaft comes out right there. So if I could get that to run to the box, which I'm using the Vega style steering box, which is right there. And it looks like it's gonna mount near the motor mount area, which I was a little bit concerned about, but it doesn't look like it's gonna be anything too concerning. Yeah, that's pretty much where we're at with it. So we got a whole list of stuff to do. Like I said, we could put that square tubing in, kind of reinforce the whole body. I still got to finish the door latch on the other side. We basically need to convert the gauge panel and make it actually hold gauges. The steering column, it's going to need an ignition switch put on. I mean, there's just a whole ton of things to do. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on just doing something. Like I said, it's pretty concerned with the shifter situation, because like I said, it's kind of a tight fit in there. So we're gonna look into the shifter some more, see if I can't get the one I have to fit. You know, like I said, maybe make some brackets or something like that. The only thing about making your own brackets for the shifter is the damn linkages are a real pain to get in, or to remake the linkages, I should say. So, you know, that's all stuff that we're gonna have to figure out as we go. But like I said, I have about a million things to do to this, so we're gonna get started on something. We'll get into a time lapse and we'll leave you guys there for now. All right, well, we burned through about 30 feet of pipe on the Model 8 here, and we got most of the roof braced up. As you guys can see here, we got all that braced. all the way around. Went and did around the doors. We got all that square tubed out. Everything's just tacked in for now. Got a windshield bar kind of right there. So we got all that stuff tacked in. Burned through about 30 feet of pipe. That was all I really planned on using, was the 30 feet. So we're definitely gonna need more in here. I have the back firewall piece to kind of build. Anyways, that's all the time we're gonna have in this video. So I want to thank you guys for watching all the way through, and just one last look at the Model A here while we get some more stuff done to it. So like I said, guys, that's gonna be the end of this video. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one.